Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the YouTube station identification of one of New Bedford, Massachusetts resident YouTubers. I'm here live in the basement. No, this is not MTV's remote control, and I'm not Ken Obert. God rest his soul. My name is Eric Lima, and you're watching WEML-TV, Channel 77, Episode 167, and it is Friday, April the 23rd, 2021, 2:54 p.m. That's right, it's me. And I'm really gung-ho. It is the weekend, even though I got to work tomorrow, but I got a little vacation coming up. Also all the way for the rest of the month. After tomorrow, I get the rest of the month off until May. May 1st, I'll be back working. But however, that means I used up all my vacation hours. It's the last vacation I'm using up. And the TikTok meanie haters are at it again. I'm like, oh, good Lord, what in the world now? And he's, oh, you inspired me. I'm like, that's it, you know. And he saw my hair. Don't worry, I'm going to get it cut this coming week. Trust me on that one. and then some person says, you calling someone a troll while you're doing underground troll things? Underground troll things. Why do I want a troll? What a dummy. So I blocked him. So like, yeah, if you're that insecure about your lives, don't take your anger out on me. All right. I may not be the best looking guy, and I'm not going to be have a cover on GQ or Tiger Beat or any idiotic teeny bopper magazines. But let me tell you something, man. I just here to entertain, dude. That's all I'm all about. Entertain, be full of knowledge of great things, entertainment, a lot of fun, entertaining, and also be informative about a lot of things going on in the wrestling world as well. What's going on in the wrestling world? A couple of things is one that. Mark Carano, who has been the talent, some kind of executive talent thing. Anyways, he was very hated on Total Divas by the viewers of Total Divas. Nobody ever liked him. Has been fired because of the Mickie James incident that happened. I'll explain what happened. Mickie James, who was released by the company, was sent a package, and the package was all wrapped up in a trash bag. Unfortunately, she was upset about it. Stephanie was upset about it. Triple H was upset, and so they did an investigation. They fired Mark Carano, and they fired Joe Vila. And one of the tweeters has said, why is everybody blaming Vince? Vince is a guy, $1 billion company. He's got a lot of things to look after, and that tweeter was right about that. So it's like saying it isn't actually all his fault. Some other people, members of the upper management, may have done that. But Triple H, Stephanie took care of it. They fired the people. Mark Carano has been one of them. Joe Villa, V-I-L-A, was another. Now let's see if we can get Kevin Dunn out and John Laurinaitis. It seems like ever since John Laurinaitis has come back, a lot of people knew there was going to be problems. And another thing, too, get your prayers up for Steve Mongo McMichael. He's battling ALS, and it's Lou Gehrig's disease, and that has taken away a lot of people from us here on Earth, and we wish the best wishes to Mongo McMichael, and I pray, prayers go up to him if he can be. If they say this is an unwinnable battle, but if he can beat this thing, that will be awesome. And I personally like to see Mongo McMichael in the WWE Hall of Fame for his contributions to WCW Nitro, and also part of the Four Horsemen. I think Mongo McMichael deserves that at least. So. I know a lot of people will think I'm crazy for saying it, but I got a lot of respect, for Mongo McMichael for stepping out of the football world into the wrestling world and try his hand. And he's a former United States heavyweight champion. So Mongo, get well, my friend. Where the W universe is rooting you on. You're a legend in WCW. Much respect to you. Let's see. What else is there? So with that being said, let's get into some Impact last night. Impact Event Center for April the 22nd, 2021. I was multitasking between the Rant and Rave podcast. Got some news on the Rant and Rave podcast. Jordan Little will be coming back. Yep, May the 6th. That'll be the date of his return to Rant and Rave podcast. Can't wait to have him back. It'd be great to see him again. And hopefully he's got a lot on his mind. And I think the first thing to do is we're probably going to get out of Flex Network, because Jordan Little is probably the most outspoken individual I've ever met. And it's really, really cool. to have something like that. So I think if they wanted to go with 3 co-hosts, probably me, my Brandon, Jordynne, and myself, would be well-rounded at that point. So, I want to shout out to Dan XP. Thank you for giving me the great compliments on the Rant and Rave podcast. I do appreciate that wholeheartedly. So the Good Brothers fought DK. That will be Black Taurus and Crazy Steve, along with Rosemary in their corner. It's like a new version of DK. But the Good Brothers didn't win the matchup, and then they sent a message to Finn Juice. And now we the team of David Finlay, who was the son of Fit Finlay, and Juice Robinson, the former CJ Parker in NXT, was also the current boyfriend of WWE NXT standout Tony Storm, former Mae Young Classic champion of 2018, Tony Storm, I should say. So, yeah, they're dating Juice Robinson and Tony Storm. And then some of the members of the Impact roster give their input on the Swan Omega matchup. And Susan, a.k.a. Susie, a.k.a. Su Young, took on Tennille Dashwood. Tennille Dashwood did pick up the victory. And then Tennille Dashwood, this is Deonna Purrazzo saying, it's all about me. I'm taking that Knockouts title, that's what she says. And then Brian Myers addresses his matchup against Matt Cardona at Rebellion. So that's going to be a heck of a matchup. More of the Impact roster. Talk about Omega Swan, who's going to win. Sami Callihan addresses Trey Miguel. And Shira took on Jake Something, and because of Rohit Raju, Shira didn't win the matchup. Trey Miguel talked to one of his trainers, I think it was George South, about Callihan. So, and then he continued training. Rich Swann addresses Kenny Omega in the ring. Kenny Omega and Don Callis respond back how they're going to beat him for the Impact title. Then Moose, we have not seen in a while since he lost to Rich Swann, came out and said, hey, congratulations. Listen, don't lose the title or you're going to feel my wrath again. So, in other words, that's the advice to them. Deonna Purrazzo, Josh Alexander, and others give their take on Swan Omega. Another promo about Taylor Wilde returning to Impact Wrestling. A lot of added dimension to the women, to the Knockouts division. And then Kiera Hogan took on Jordynne Grace. It was a hard-fought matchup. Jordynne Grace had Kiera Hogan beat until Tasha Steelz got involved, earning Grace the victory by disqualification. And as Fire and Flavor were attacking Jordynne Grace, and remember, Jazz was retired, but Jazz says she has somebody to help out Jordynne Grace. And boy, did she deliver on that promise. That's right. Debuting at Impact, Rachel Ellering, the daughter of Precious Paul Ellering, former manager of LOD, is now making her debut and is the partner of Jordynne Grace. I think it's perfect, and those two would be perfect. Rachel Ellering always got a big bright smile on her face every single time you see her, So Rachel Ellering is back on TV, wrestling on Impact. Rachel Ellering, an excellent addition to the Knockouts division, and I think her and Jordynne Grace are going to walk out in the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and believe me. And I think they'll hold on to the belts for quite a while until July 14th Slammiversary. I have a hunch that we might see the Iconics sign with Impact under a different name. Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay. That would be something to see those two go up against Rachel Ellering and Jordynne Grace. If it comes to that, we'll find out. Well, AEW added a women's tag team title to there as well, and the Iconics is signed there as well. Who knows? Impact and AEW have a working relationship. It'd be very interesting to see what happens. But it's great to hear from. It's great to see Rachel Ellering, I should say. Great to see Rachel Ellering back wrestling on TV and as part of Impact Wrestling. I was kind of shocked, too, because I haven't heard from her in quite a while since the pandemic had happened and everything else. I don't know, she was kind of laying low and training, and Rachel Ellering is now part of Impact Wrestling as one of the Knockouts, and her and Jordynne Grace will make an awesome team. I assure you that'll be great. Finn Juice addresses the Good Brothers. As they know, they'll defend the tag titles against the Good Brothers at Rebellion. So if the Good Brothers win the belts and Kenny Omega wins the Impact title, it seems like the Elite will probably control both AEW and Impact. That's a scary thought, to say the least. So we'll see what happens there. Eddie Edwards, my boy from Massachusetts, took on Eric Young. And we came to a no contest because both teams were beating the heck out of each other. With both teams, I said, Violent by Design, the team of Eric Young, Joe Doring, Diener, and Rhino against Eddie Edwards, Willie Mack, James Storm and Chris Sabin, they would have been beating the snot out of each other. You're talking about 8-man brawls. I like 8-man brawls. I like brawls, period, in wrestling, because they can go all over the place. I remember the TNA Riot back in the, was it Main Event Mafia and World Elite versus the Frontline, and everybody was like battling each other all over the place. It was so crazy to the point where real life cops came in and started holding sticks. It was crazy. It was crazy to say the least. That was like get one of those brawls, man. That was. I forget what year that brawl happened. I knew it was in the 2000s. I believe it was 2007. 2007. I gotta look that up because I think it's on tape. I think it's on video. It's just very, very crazy. So to say the least. So wow. So I'll tell you what. I'm excited. Weekend's coming up. Afterwards, my vacation will be coming up. And like I said, I am going to have like weekday specials of the weekday specials of the Saturday Superstarcade. And when I said weekday special, it'll be a Saturday Superstarcade. Remember, it's just a name for my video gameplays. I was trying to come up with something fancy, so it doesn't have to necessarily mean I play the video games on Saturdays. I can play them any day of the week, but still, I'm going to do I'm realigning the Big League Slugger baseball roster changes for the Brody Lee Memorial baseball tournament coming soon. I know I haven't had any progress with it, but I'm going to start changing it up a little bit to all the teams. So it'll be very, very interesting what happened. So that is it. That's all the time we have here. Episode 167 of WEML-TV, Channel 77, Impact Event Center. Rachel Ellering, her debut. I'm excited about this. This is going to be something else. And her and Jordynne Grace will probably make quite a team. And we got the Queen of Strong Style in, because she's strong, Jordynne Grace. And you got the Queen of Strong Smile, Miss Rachel Ellering, because she's got a pretty smile, Rachel Ellering. Very, very pretty. And she's dating Chris Hero, a.k.a. Cassius Ohno. Oh, no! Oh, no! I still like that song, by the way. I miss Cassius Ohno. So, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in episode 168. Red Sox lost to the Mariners last night in extra innings, 7-3. Mariners score a lot of runs, so hopefully the Red Sox could start countering tonight. And next week's will be a very, very mild weather week. And went away. It was, the past couple of days, it was like burr wind, But I survived it. I'm okay. We're good. We're good to go. All right. I'll see you later. See you in the next episode of WEML 77 TV, Channel 77. This is Eric Lehman saying bless out and let's roll.